Hey, I wanted to come to you guys tonight to share how much does it cost to start a bookkeeping business. So the reason why this is such a great question is because it really depends on the just where you are and what you want for your business. So there's a lot of people when they're first starting out, and I'm just putting this paper here just to kind of like shield my eyes from the glare of the screen. But a lot of people when they're first starting out and they're trying to go and get like this office set up, right? So they want to go and they want to be super established. They want to look really cool. They want to be able to show their friends that they have an office and that they're very established. Now, this generally tends to be a trap. Okay, because if you're spending, about 300 to about the top rent I've ever heard for someone who's just starting out is about 2 grand a month, right? Is really, really heavy, especially if you don't have any clients yet. So I would always recommend that you first get clients and then become official, right? So there's a lot of people where they're like, they want to go and they want to pay like 8 grand for a website. They want to, pay for all these digital marketing ads. They want to have like a social media manager. They want to have like all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, you don't really need that when you're first starting out. The only thing you really need is access to internet, a laptop, a LinkedIn account, Instagram. LinkedIn costs about $79 per month, but it gives you like a free trial, right? Instagram is free. You can get your QuickBooks subscription. Even then, you can actually have the client pay for that. Next thing is your LLC, then is your E&O insurance. And I mean, all of that, I mean, you can get started for under about $2,000. Like if you really were like bootstrapped and you didn't have any money left, like you can just get started about 3 grand maximum. That is assuming that you do have a laptop though. If you don't have a laptop, it's going to of course add money to how much it takes to start. Now, why is this important, guys? It's important because one, this is a very, very lean type of business model. It's not like, a construction company where you have to have like, heavy machinery, you have to have contractors, you have to have building supplies. It's not like a retail store. You actually have to go and get a location. You have to buy inventory. You have to keep like really, really close detail on your profit margins to make sure that you don't go negative. It's not like a franchise where you can invest, 100,000, 200, 300,000, plus however much of the revenue you get to give to them. It's not like that. It's more of a business that is about investing your time in the beginning. Now, when I say investing your time, a lot of people, like when they're starting out and they don't know what they're doing, they spend a lot more time than what they need to, right? So they're spending like 2, 3, 4 hours a day just kind of like surfing Facebook or making posts on Canva or going on like Upwork, right? And I'm not making fun of you if that's kind of what you're doing now. I'm just saying that's what most people do. And again, most people like in business just don't make it, regardless of the business model. Like most people in business don't make it, right? Now, if you do want some help going and growing your business and you want to avoid all the mistakes that I made, go ahead and click on the link inside the description below to book a call with me. I would love to talk to you, love to see if I can help you out. And if I can't get you some help, I'll point you in the right direction and make sure you know what you need to do to win. Now, but back to what we're saying, right? It's like most people do it incorrectly. And really what you need to be doing is you need to be focused on, okay, how can I just get enough to get started? So really have, your LinkedIn, your Instagram. If you can really make your LinkedIn look really, really professional, and it's not necessarily like that you have to have good pictures. It's more on the wording that you use to describe what you do. That's really important too. Then for Instagram, if you can just go, make about 10, 20 to about 30 posts. Just take a weekend to do it. Just go find some other accountants or bookkeeper and just kind of copy their posts and then just change the colors to match your brand. Inside my program, I actually give the students about 50 to 60 different posts they can use. They can basically just change the colors, change the font slightly to match their brand, and then just kind of push it out there. And then their profile looks all professional and they never have to post again. Right. But that's really what I'd be doing. So first I just get just, 10, 20, 30 posts, put it up there on Instagram. And all I'd be focusing and spending my time on would be connecting, following people, and then going and sending direct messages to get people on the phone. Okay. That's all you need, right, to start up the business. And then once you get your client, now you can go and you can do all this stuff, right? You can go and use the client's money to pay for your insurance. You can go and use the client's money to go buy, get a contractor on Fiverr to make your website. Okay. You can use the contractor to go buy all of your software expenses, right? And that's really how I do it. So the costs to start are not very high. they're not high when you're doing it correctly. They can creep up when you're trying to look professional rather than make money, right? Because think about it, right? If you're getting an office space, it's already 12 grand per year. Then if you want to go and get 5 or 6 different laptops, for no reason, okay, each laptop can be like $1,500. Let's say you get two. Okay, so that's three. Okay, so now you're at $15,000. Okay, cool. Now let's say that you want to go and what's another cost you can do? You want to get like a social media manager, but you don't know how to go and find and identify who's a good social media manager. So you spend an extra $1,000. Okay, cool. You're at 16 grand already. Okay, cool. Then now you want to go maybe buy into like some tax franchise. Okay, cool. Let's say at the very least it's an extra 10 grand just to do that. Okay, cool. So now you're $26,000, right? And let's say, what's another one that you could do? You want to go join like a bunch of networking groups, right? And they're each 300 to 500 each. So you go join your chamber, you go, I think BNI is like 800. Okay, cool. So that's another, what is that? $1,100. So now you're 27,000, $1,000. Sorry, 27,100. Yeah, $27,100. Cool. And that would be the cost if you do it incorrectly. Whereas if you do it the way I just told you to do it in the beginning, right, you're going to be under $5,000. And then what you can do is you would actually save the money instead of paying the 27,000 on like, just kind of like frivolous expenses, right? What you would then do is you would actually go and invest that in like a coaching program or like a mentorship, even like my mentorship program, because then you could directly use that to go and buy more money. Basically, like a lot of people don't understand, like with the a mentorship program, like sometimes people say, oh, I just don't want to incur that extra expense. And it's like, you don't really understand like investing, right? Because what you're buying when you're buying a mentorship program is you're buying money at a discount, right? So you're basically paying like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to go and get $100,000 based on the information, the guidance, and the knowledge that's inside of that program. Versus when you buy like an office or you buy like a BMW to boost your image or you buy this website, you're not really buying money. You're buying things that could maybe lead to money in the future, but they do not directly correlate to how much money you're going to make. Think about it. Just because you have an office does not mean you're actually going to get clients, right? Just because you have a fancy website does not mean anyone's going to come to it. The coaching program is a thing that actually makes these expenses have more money in the future if you do decide to get it. So that's why it's a totally different. You can't view them the same way, but that's why mentorship is just so important for you to get, because you're like for example, I got people going and they're making about 250 grand a year every single year for the next like 5, 10, 15 years, as long as they decide to stay in business. Because some of these guys and gals are very young, like they're in their early 30s, mid 30s. And then we have some that are more like 50, 60 years old. My oldest student right now is about 70. And she just joined just because she just really wanted to learn a little bit more and she wanted to get started and she wanted to kind of move her business and her life forward, because there's some things that happen in her life and she just wanted to go and get like a fresh start and just have something to do to grow her business, right? But these guys are walking around with like 250 grand a year every single year for the rest of their career off of like a sub under $10,000 they invest inside of the program, for many of them. Right. Some of them actually invest more because they joined the mastermind version, which is the year-long version of the program. That costs about $25,000 to join that. But there is some cool guarantees on that version of the program for people so they can know they can make an extra $100,000 minimum for that program. And then there's the 6FF mentorship program. That's generally what most people who are like beginning and starting out can go and join, because that's the easiest way for you to go and get to, 100,000 a year, 150, 200,000 a year. Now, that's basically it for today, guys. That's how much it costs to start a bookkeeping business. Now, if you want some help going and growing your business, maybe you're watching this thing and you're spinning your wheels. Maybe you haven't gotten started yet. Maybe you haven't even gotten a client yet, but you want to go and reach your goals, right? People ask me all the time, like, is it reasonable or possible for me to go and get like $100,000 in a year? It's like, yeah, if you have someone who's already been to 100,000 telling you what to do step by step, yes. If you're trying to learn the ropes by yourself and you're going at it alone, no. 99% of businesses don't even make it after the first year. I mean, I'll tell you, So if you want to be on the side where, you pay a little bit of money now to go and have the life that you want later, go ahead and click on the link inside of the description below to book a call with me to see if I can help you out. If you're not quite ready and you're kind of like in that middle zone, so it's not that you want to go and figure everything out you're out on your own, right? And kind of run that risk, but you just need to like learn a little bit more about me. Maybe you just fell into my videos, maybe you just came in my Facebook group and you don't really know enough about me to kind of trust yourself to make a decision. That's okay too. You can just watch these videos, keep learning, keep feeling more comfortable. And then when you're ready to go and reach your goal and blast off and can trust yourself to make a good investment decision, then go and get on the call, book it with me. We'll talk, we'll make a game plan for your business. We'll see how we can go and get to whatever your goal is, whether that's 100K, but you're only working 15 days a week, whether that is making 200,000 and you only have to work half days every single day, right? Whatever that is for you, we can look at that on the call. You can see if it makes sense for us to work together to accomplish that together. And I will talk to you soon. Hopefully, have a great rest of your evening and take it easy.